Okay, I'm leaving.
Okay. Tomoka's gonna head to Japan first.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some work in for the next about a month and a half, and then I'll meet you in Japan.
I'm gonna miss you.
Me too.
Ah!
And you're right here, about to go on your first airplane ride.
Yeah, I hope he's gonna be content and comfortable.
Yeah. There's your first baby picture.
His
Hey.
face. Okay, so I checked in. The flight is full. So I hope I don't die. Wish me luck. It's a full flight and economy seat. Oh, wonderful. It's gonna be okay. Tomoka and Tenzin.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Tomoka. At 30 weeks pregnant, I recently flew from JFK, New York to Haneda, Tokyo. And I just wanted to share a few tips from my personal experience flying long haul international flights during the third trimester. Before I jump into the list of tips, I wanted to explain my situation. I live in New York and I'm giving birth for the first time. So we decided to give birth in Japan, um, so that I can get some help from my mom and family members. I needed to fly alone this time because I didn't want to wait too late to fly internationally, and Tenzin needed to stay in New York for work a little longer, but he'll join me in Japan later. Tip number one, I don't recommend flying if you don't have to. A short flight is gonna be okay, but a 14-hour flight can become very uncomfortable, regardless if you're pregnant or not. So it's gonna be worse if you're pregnant. I was fine for the first half of the flight, but the second half wasn't great. My tummy was very bloated, and every time the baby moved, it was painful. Um, I didn't eat during the second half of the flight. I just couldn't eat anything. But I tried to drink water because that's very important. However, when I drank water, my tummy felt tight and got uncomfortable. Tip number two, don't fly economy. Well, I flew economy, hoping the seat right next to me would be empty. Unfortunately, my flight ended up being full. Uh, Japan is such a popular destination right now, I guess. And after the summer, because I flew mid October, and I was thinking it, it's not gonna be full, but it ended up being full. Anyway, if you can get a premium economy seat or save up some miles and get a business class, this is a time to splurge. When it comes to long flights, upgrading seats will be so worth it. Yeah, if you can, I highly recommend it. Tip number 3, if you can't get business class, you have to get an aisle seat. You have to. Um, I flew NA this time and I needed to pay $25 to reserve an aisle seat, but it was worth it. I I stood up so many times to use the bathrooms, and I can't imagine sitting by the window or middle seat and asking, strangers like, "Oh, excuse me, I have to use bathrooms" every time, something like that. Probably they're gonna be so annoyed. But yeah, aisle seat is a must. Tip number 4. Another tip for flying economy is fly with your partner if that's possible. Yeah, partner, a friend, your parents, families, anyone. I wish Tenzin was right next to me. It just feels so much better if you're sitting right next to someone you can trust. Even the tight economy seat feels a little bigger, right? Tip number 5, check in person and mention you are pregnant. Well, I think I was too late to mention that I'm pregnant because I should have mentioned it right like at the beginning. And but being honest, I wasn't expecting anything because the flight seems so full and I didn't get an upgrade. But I hear sometimes it happened to some lucky people, so it would not hurt to try. Yeah, just mention that you're pregnant, you know, nicely. Maybe you get lucky. Tip number 6, you can get on board early if you're pregnant. Yeah, as soon as they start letting people get on an airplane, all you need to do is to tell the staff member that you are pregnant and want to get on board early, so that you will have enough time to settle down and store bags before other passengers come in. You don't have to fight for the storage bins, and you can just take time and do your thing and settle down. That's a good perks. Tip number 7, bring your water bottle with you so that you can fill it with your water after the security. It is very important to drink plenty of water, especially on the long flight. I wish I had brought a bigger water bottle so that I didn't need to ask the flight crew for water so many times. Tip number 8, wear compression socks. Luckily, my feet didn't get swollen at the end. I didn't have any swollen feet during this pregnancy yet, but I heard swollen feet are very common symptoms for pregnant women. Pregnant women are more prone to getting black clots, and black clots gets really dangerous. So, and it gets worse on the airplane. So even if you don't have any swollen feet like me, please wear compression socks to just be safe. Tip number 9, stand up and move your body as much as you can to prevent black clots. As I mentioned, pregnant women are more likely to develop black clots, so please drink plenty of water. Wear compression socks and stand up and move your body as much as possible. I stood up and used the bathroom at least probably once every 1.5 hours and tried to move my body and stretch before I went back to my seat. Yeah. Except the time I was sleeping, but I couldn't sleep that long, so yeah. Tip number 10, bring your healthy snacks and food. Yes, airplane food is not so great in general. Well, the NA one was okay, was better, definitely better than other Western airlines, but still, it is very helpful if you can bring your own favorite snacks and food, especially when you are pregnant. I personally brought some onigiri and fruit with me. Tip number 11, wear comfortable clothes during flight. Yes, ideally something that is loose on your tummy. I wore a black maternity romper from Target. Yeah, that was comfortable, so I recommend it. Tip number 12, bring Tylenol with you. Luckily, I didn't need to take it, but just in case, it's good to have. Do not forget any medication you usually take, as well as prenatal vitamins. Tip number 13. Well, this is my personal choice, so you don't have to. But I wore masks on the airplane. I got flu and COVID vaccines done weeks before that flight as well. The airplane air is very dry, so I just wanted to be extra careful. Well, I think that is all. I'm so glad that I was able to fly from New York to Japan safely, even though it was very tough. The hour of the last half of the flight went so slow. Yeah, I was thinking, like, this too shall pass. When I breathed through my tummy pains, I was like, yeah, that was not fun. It felt like it's gonna last forever, but it didn't. So I'm very grateful for that. If you're watching this video and going to fly soon, I wish you the best and have a safe flight. I hope some of these tips will be helpful. If you have some tips that I didn't mention, please let me know in the comment section down below. Most likely, I needed to fly with a newborn baby alone to go back to the States next year. So, if you have a baby and you flew with the newborn baby and have tips and tricks, please let me know. Yeah, that's it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Ah! お母さん。